There is a significant property tax benefit designed specifically for senior homeowners, and right now, millions of people who qualify for it are not claiming it. We are not talking about a small discount here. We are talking about a benefit that could be worth hundreds, and in many cases, thousands of dollars every single year. And the overwhelming majority of eligible seniors are leaving every penny of it on the table. I'm Zayne, and welcome to Senior Security Updates, where we make sure you know about every financial benefit you have earned and are entitled to, in plain language you can actually use. Today we are breaking down this senior property tax exemption completely. What it is, exactly how it works, why so many people miss it, and most importantly, the specific steps you can take this week to claim what is rightfully yours. Let's get into it. The scale of the problem. How much is being left behind? Let's start by looking at the actual numbers, because once you see them, the urgency of acting on this becomes undeniable. According to tax filing data, approximately 87% of eligible senior homeowners have not claimed this key property tax benefit. Let that sink in for a moment. If you picture 10 seniors who qualify for this exemption, nearly 9 of them are paying more in property taxes than they are legally required to, every single year. And this is not about missing a minor discount. The annual savings from a senior homestead exemption typically range from around $300 to over $2,000 per year, and in high-tax areas, the savings can be even greater. When you stretch that out over a decade, you are looking at anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 that should have stayed in your pocket. Money that belongs to you, based on a law that was written specifically to help you. Think about what that amount of money represents for someone on a fixed income. That is real, meaningful financial breathing room. Gone, simply because nobody explained that the benefit existed or how to claim it. What this benefit actually is. The names vary somewhat from state to state. You might hear it called a senior citizen property tax exemption, a senior homestead exemption, or a senior freeze. But the underlying concept is the same everywhere. Here is the key to understanding why this benefit is so powerful. A senior homestead exemption does not work like a simple rebate check. It works by lowering the official assessed value of your home for property tax purposes. Since your property tax bill is calculated as a percentage of that assessed value, reducing the assessed value directly reduces your tax bill. The math changes entirely in your favor. To put it in concrete terms, without the exemption, the full assessed value of your home is multiplied by your local tax rate to produce your bill. With the exemption, the same tax rate is applied to a lower number. The result is that you owe less, straightforwardly, reliably, and legally. Who qualifies? The exact eligibility rules vary by state, but in most places the qualification criteria come down to 4 things. You must own the home. It must be your primary residence, your main home, not a vacation property or rental. There is usually an age requirement, most commonly around 65, and in some states, there are income limits, but many states have no income limits at all. Texas, for example, provides this benefit to all homeowners over 65, regardless of their income level. Many other states are similarly generous. Do not assume you make too much to qualify before you check. That assumption alone is one of the most common reasons people miss this benefit entirely. Why 87% of eligible seniors are missing this? If this benefit is so valuable and so broadly available, why are the vast majority of qualifying seniors not claiming it? The answer is not forgetfulness or negligence. It is a significant and persistent information gap. Here is why it happens so consistently. Nobody tells you. Most county assessor offices are not going to send you a notice when you turn 65 informing you that you now qualify for a property tax benefit. You have to find this information yourself, and most people simply never encounter it. The paperwork looks intimidating. Even when people discover the exemption exists, the application process can look complicated enough to discourage action before it even starts. Income limit confusion. A large number of people assume they probably earn too much to qualify, when in reality, many states have no income limits whatsoever for this benefit. The separate application trap. Many homeowners already have a standard homestead exemption and assume that covers everything. It does not. The senior benefit almost always requires its own separate application, and many people never realize this. Moving resets the clock. If you move to a new home, the exemption does not transfer. It stays associated with the previous property, and you have to apply again for your new residence. Every one of these barriers is entirely surmountable. Once you know they exist. Your step-by-step action plan. Here is the part that matters most, and I want you to notice how straightforward this actually is. Step 1. Find your local county assessor's office. The simplest way to do this is to search online for your county's name followed by the words property tax exemption. That search will typically take you directly to the right page. Step 2. Contact the office, either by phone or through their website, and ask specifically about the Senior Homestead Exemption application. Use those exact words. Step 3. Gather your documents. In most cases, you will need a government-issued ID such as a driver's license to verify your age, proof of home ownership such as a copy of your deed or a recent property tax bill, proof that the property is your primary residence such as a recent utility bill, and if your state has income limits, a copy of a recent tax return. Step 4. Submit the application. And make sure you ask one specific question when you do. Does this exemption need to be renewed annually, or is it a one-time application? That is the complete process. 4 steps. Most of the work is simply gathering documents you likely already have. Could you recover money you already overpaid? This is something the Senior Security Updates team considers one of the most important questions to ask, and most people never think to ask it. Some states allow what are called retroactive benefits. If you were eligible for this exemption for the past 2, 3, or even 4 years but never applied, your county assessor's office may be able to go back, adjust your previous tax bills, and issue you a refund check for the difference. Not every state offers this, but the only way to find out is to ask directly when you contact your county assessor. Given that the potential amount could be several $1,000s, this question is absolutely worth asking. A few seconds of your time could result in a meaningful one-time payment. Other senior property tax programs worth knowing about. The Senior Homestead Exemption is typically the most significant and most widely available benefit, but in many areas, it is not the only option. Depending on where you live, there may be additional programs available. A senior freeze can be particularly valuable. It locks in the assessed value of your home for tax purposes, meaning that even as property values increase over time, your tax bill does not automatically rise with them. For homeowners in areas where property values have climbed significantly, this can represent substantial long-term savings. Tax deferral programs allow you to postpone paying property taxes until you sell the home. This can be especially helpful for seniors who have limited monthly cash flow but significant equity in their property. Tax credits exist in certain states and in some cases extend to renters as well as homeowners. And it is always worth checking with your local city or town government separately from the county and state level. Some municipalities have their own additional programs that are entirely separate from state offerings. Clearing up the myths that stop people from applying misinformation is just as damaging as no information at all when it keeps people from claiming benefits they have earned. Here at Senior Security Updates, we want to address the most common myths directly. Applying will trigger a tax audit. This is completely false. Applying for a senior property tax exemption is a routine, standard administrative process. Millions of homeowners have these exemptions. It does not flag your account for any kind of audit. It will affect my Social Security benefits. Absolutely not. Property taxes are administered at the local level. Social Security is a federal program. These two systems are entirely separate and have no effect on one another. I need to hire a lawyer to apply. No. These applications are designed to be completed by regular homeowners. The process is straightforward and does not require legal representation. This is a welfare program. It is not. This is a tax benefit written directly into law, exactly like the mortgage interest deduction or the standard deduction on your federal income taxes. It is a legitimate financial tool that lawmakers created specifically to prevent seniors on fixed incomes from being taxed out of their own homes. My mortgage company handles my property taxes, so they take care of this. Your lender manages your escrow account and pays your tax bill from it, but they do not apply for exemptions on your behalf. You must apply yourself. Once your exemption is approved, your lender will adjust your escrow accordingly, which should reduce your monthly mortgage payment. But the application is entirely your responsibility. The question you need to answer this week. After everything we have covered today, there is one question worth sitting with honestly. Are you one of the millions of senior homeowners who has been overpaying on property taxes year after year? Could there be hundreds or thousands of dollars that legally belong to you, money you are entitled to under laws specifically designed to protect homeowners like you, that you simply have not claimed yet? Here at Senior Security Updates, Zayne and the team want to leave you with a clear action item. Do this week, not next month. Make the call or visit the website for your county assessor's office. Ask one straightforward question. What exemptions are available for senior homeowners in this county? Find out what documentation you need, confirm any deadlines that apply, and get your application submitted. And while you are on that call, ask specifically whether retroactive benefits are available for prior years you may have been eligible but did not apply. You have worked hard your entire life. You have absolutely earned the right to take full advantage of every financial benefit the law provides. A few minutes of effort this week can produce real, meaningful savings every year from this point forward. Do not leave this money on the table simply because no one told you it was there. That is exactly what Senior Security Updates is here to change. This video is intended for general informational and educational purposes only. Property tax exemption rules, eligibility criteria, and application processes vary significantly by state and county. Please contact your local county assessor's office directly for information specific to your area and situation. This does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay protected, and we will see you in the next one, right here on Senior Security Updates.